today, no. So
I'm not allowed to cuss.
no, you're not allowed to cuss. So today, what is this, day 4 of my transition to commercial. So I'm actually heading to an appointment of mine. But I wanted to talk to you, and since you on the channel, can you introduce yourself? Tell them who you is.
Hey, channel.
Whatever.
I'm Kibo.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is my husband, y'all. And I wanted to talk to you about something this morning. It kind of came into my spirit. And I was thinking about going live probably towards the end of this month about me closing the office. And, and then also introducing the channel at the same time. What do you think about that? Because I done learned to appreciate what you say. Because, it's been I done learned to appreciate your value, your insight. It took a little minute to get here. So what you think about that? I wanted to talk to you about it.
Thank you, Booking. Well, yeah, you damn right. I think you should close the office. It's just right now it's time to trim all the fat and just hold all the money you can hold. Keep your money in your goddamn pocket. Shit getting real out here. So shit, it only makes sense. And then them agents you got, they what's the name? They door holders. They waiting on somebody to walk them into a deal and show them how to get a deal. They ain't lion, tigers, and bears, so they really a waste of time. I mean, I ain't disrespecting nobody, but it is what it is. So we ain't got time to be holding no hands. Shit, you got to get in where you fit in. And they ass don't fit in, so they can't get in.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the parts, but I think that's just only like one small percentage of the office closing, and it's also just going in a new direction. I think with the commercial, it fits me, and I don't know. So I'm thinking about going live. I'm gonna just announce it at one time because I ain't really say nothing. I ain't only like you and like close people that's in my circle know that I'm closing the office, but everybody is like super supportive of it. But
because it makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. To pay a mortgage and a rent when you really don't have to is unnecessary,
Yeah.
I support you. I think your business is great. But, I mean...
You can't be afraid. What you told me, you can't be afraid to leave great for phenomenal, magnificent. So, yeah, I'm excited about this journey. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. What I was going to say, so as of now, and starting in the beginning of the year, the owner of the property that she want me to do some commercial properties for her. She own a commercial plaza. She owns some land, so she want me to develop. So I think people can see me in a new light. I've grown to do residential, and everybody see me. I remember when I was doing rentals. Everybody knew me as, oh, Stacy, she can help you get in a rental. If you got Section 8, call Stacy. You got a property you need to rent, you need to move into a house. What were them signs we put out that time? Years ago when I first started doing real estate.
Oh,
remember the sign? It said Section 8 okay.
Bad credit okay. Evictions was okay, yeah.
No credit check. I said no credit check.
But also, them investors back then, they ain't care. That's when rent was, what? $800, $1,200 a month.
$1,300.
That's when the last recession was just ending. Things were starting to climb back up. But now you see everything is at an all-time high now as far as real estate. A 3-2 in the hood running you $2,500, $3,000.
Exactly.
And I think that's crazy. So, I mean, and then I also think everything is like for to correct itself, because we can all agree that a lot of these houses, a lot of these rents are overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you just want to be in position when the correction happen to have you some money to reinvest or invest for the first time, So that's the whole point of our journey, is to save.
Amen.
So when shit hit the fan, we first in line for the deals, because shit definitely finna hit the fan. The writing's on the wall. If you can't see the writing on the wall, your ass can't read, because it's definitely, everything is overpriced. Everything. Food, gas, clothes, cars, houses. Everything is overpriced.
And you're not making the money. People not making the incomes. Like
there
they
you
don't
go.
make the money that they was making to even afford some of this stuff. And then all of these, it's just
even the people that's making the money are wondering where the fuck their money going at. And these people, when they really look at their money, look at their numbers, look at their bank account, they say, oh shit, all my fucking money going on food and just basic living, you know what I'm saying, just surviving.
Everybody, I'm noticing so many companies are making adjustments, and that's why I think also the decision was easy, because at first, you know how it is, especially like knowing that I got your support and me and you in agreement, but you see, it's hard for me to ignore what's going on around us. Like you see major companies like TGI Fridays filing bankruptcy, Spirit filing bankruptcy or repositioning themselves in the market. You got large companies buying small companies leaving completely because they have to reposition themselves.
Yeah, and all the major companies, all the big companies, they doing layoffs. And they replacing them people with automation or either robots. So I mean, everybody, you know what I'm saying, them people got bills too. They got people they got to pay, and they realize, oh man, this shit is costing us. We got to do what we got to do to cut back and save money. And so if you got $1 billion company doing that, then who the fuck are we?
I'm trying to tell you. So I think that made the decision made it so much easier too. And at first it was like, I think for like a split second it was like a little emotional, but I think once I put my feelings in my pocket and I realized
it wasn't emotional to me.
I know it wasn't.
Once I realized we was gonna be saving $3,000 a month, shit, I was happier than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Close that motherfucker tomorrow. Call the landlord and tell him, hey, we ain't breaking the lease, we just can't afford it. So us not being able to afford it is gonna break the goddamn lease any goddamn way. So let's just.
But how many other people you think is in this same situation, or they are hit with these same type of situation, and they because I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he was optimistic, and there's nothing wrong with being optimistic. Like, oh, things are on the coming up. It's just for now. It's just for now, and things are on the coming up. So. What do you think about that?
I'm optimistic.
Of course.
But I'm being optimistic with my money in my goddamn pocket. If the market come on up and it change, that's great. That's even more money I save. But that goddamn office gotta go, and we gotta cut back no matter what. Even in my business, I went from working 5 to 6 guys every day. Shit, now I'm down to just 1 or 2. Shitting me. My Home Depot, these materials cost. Everything is up. Hey man, you got to do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do. And me personally, I don't care what people think, say, or how they feel, because guess what? You ain't got to pay my goddamn bills, I do. So I ain't finna go out there and put myself in the debt and overwork myself just because somebody that really don't give a damn about me got something to say any damn way. So it don't matter to me. Long as you don't care what people think, long as you putting yourself and your family first and you doing what's right for y'all, you gonna be all right. But if you're a people pleaser, you gonna have problems. Or unless you hit the lotto or you just getting it in like that. If your business is raking it in, then shit, hell yeah, stay where you at. Keep doing what you doing. But if you don't feel this market and you know for a fact you gotta make some adjustments, you better damn sure make them.
Wow. That makes sense. I mean, that's how I feel, and I'm so glad. I'm thankful that I got people like you that's in my corner. That people don't get enough real. They don't get people that understand, that know the market, that's in it too. Like you go to. I realize, especially in my industry, I'm like one of the younger ones. Like all of my friends all of my mentors, the people that I'm around that's giving advice, they older, and they see and they making adjustments in their businesses. I done seen a good friend of mine close this office, that office, relocate, reposition, and I'm like, dang, and his business and their business are doing well.
Man, listen, man. If you got $1 billion corporations cutting back, laying people off, closing locations, these are $1 billion corporations. I'm talking about they make billions in profits. They got the money to. Come on, man. Let's be real, man. Everybody, if they feel it, how the hell I'm not gonna feel it? How the hell you not gonna feel it? How everyday small business owner not gonna feel it? Unless you don't want to feel it. I mean, but man, come on, man. That's what it's about, adjustments. You ain't quitting. You ain't starting over. You ain't giving up. You just adjusting so you can keep going, you know? But if you be too overly optimistic and think things gonna change and and then your pockets can't stand it, and that's when you can really take a huge hit or potentially lose every goddamn thing you don't work hard for just to please people, you know? And then some people, I ain't gonna say everybody doing it to please people, but you can just be too confident, too overly confident and really take a hit. But why do that? If you believe in yourself, you believe in your business, you believe in your product or your services, cut back, save a little more, and continue to go forward, you know? Look at AT&T, not AT&T, I mean, but UPS. Them people laying off all these millions of people. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. Well, I do know. You gotta just make them adjustments, man. You gotta leverage. You gotta leverage yourself a little better than that, you know? You know, you work all these small business owners working hard to build a business, build a brand, and at the end of the day, they customers, they clients, all them people satisfied.
Where you going? It's over.
I need to make a stop.
Okay.
All their customers and clients are satisfied, but then in the end, they ain't satisfied because it ain't adding up. Yeah. It ain't adding up.
The math ain't math.
The math ain't math, and they like, damn, man, I went and I did this. I provided excellent customer service. All my employees got paid. All my vendors got paid. We bought all the material. We bought all the product. And then they taking home peanuts.
But you know what it is? And so many people focus on, and I just kind of seen a post, so many people focus on what they grossing. Oh, you grossing this. You making this money. But that doesn't, grossing means nothing. What means is what you bring home. What's in your pocket after all your expenses? What are you netting? What are you bringing home? But the return on your investment.
That gross is tricky.
It is.
That gross will make you feel gross. Because you will say, God damn, I made all this goddamn money. And look what the fuck I got. I'm barely getting by. I'm barely doing this. I'm barely doing that. After I done paid everybody, after I done bought all this is what I'm left with.
It don't be worth it.
And then the real messed up thing about it is you got to pay taxes on that shit. On what you gross.
On what you gross. Not what you brought home. On what you gross.
You got to pay taxes on it.
And that's a whole nother thing. Come on, man. That's a whole, it's like you get punished for being successful.
That make you toss and turn at night. That make you lose sleep. Mm-hmm. You know? That make you think about all your employees one by one at night. This motherfucker was late, 10 cigarette breaks, had to go take his daughter to the doctor. Man, I'm letting his ass go.
I think the generation have got a